So I'm just sitting here supercharging, getting ready to go on a family trip, and this thing is moving really slow. It started out, I was getting about 265 miles of range per hour. There are a lot of vehicles here right now. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want to do the shaky camera thing, but why not? So there's quite a few here. And there's a guy to my left, and I'm not going to put the camera on him because I don't want to upset him, or I don't want to invade his privacy. What I want to do here is go through these menu settings, and mainly what I want to check out first, or show you. Let's go to full screen here on the map. I want to show you the new charging setup here, the way they have everything marked on the map. Now, for some reason, I'm not seeing the little lightning bolts today, or the other spots for chargers that are not Tesla related. And what I mean by that, when they're not proprietary Tesla chargers, normally you see it over here on the map, and for some reason I'm just not seeing that today, and I think that's odd. But with me taking a trip to Helen, I'm gonna need to find some sort of destination charger on the way. Actually, here's one of those lightning bolts right now. So you see that? And this is new stuff. This is a collision repair shop that has some sort of charging there. Here's one here. The DoubleTree. So I really like that you're able to see more of your options here. I'm pretty sure that's Avalon. So let's see what happens when we look for Helen. Bring the brightness up here. So you can just scroll this wheel here and increase the brightness. So yeah, let's look into that. So from here, it would be an 84-mile drive to Helen, Georgia. So it's going to be quite a hike. And what I need to make sure of is, where will I be able to charge on this trip once I get there? Because I have to admit, I will be outside of my comfort zone once we get there. So what I need to do now is find out. This will render and clear up, by the way. From what I understand with the Model 3, it doesn't do this at all. It renders a lot faster. This is supposed to be software related, not hardware related. So I know it looks annoying to see that, but it does go away rather quickly. Alright, here we are, and I'm not seeing any. Let's see if I can pull up some charging spots there. So I'm going to hit the lightning bolt again. Okay. Here we go. There's my destination. And there's a charging spot right there. Look at that. So I will call ahead. Hopefully these people will be polite and they will let me plug up there. Because you see a lot of that, generally, knock on wood, when you call or you ask someone if you can use their destination charger, which is a Tesla charger, they're usually very polite and they say, yeah, sure, you can use it. There's another one. So this is good. I mean, at least I know that we can find some charging here on the way. There's another one. Wow, they've got 6 connectors there. So yeah, you can go here, have some wine. I know you shouldn't do that, but at least you could stop at the vineyards there. So there are places where we'll be able to find some charging on the way back. And here's a little lightning bolt. Normally the little lightning bolt is not very, from what I remember. Let's see. Yeah, 8 kilowatts. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what they've got. So here's the game plan for the trip to Helen. Now that I'm back here at home, I know I just basically, I brought it to about 95%, and then what I did is I set it here. So I'm going to charge it back up as I'm getting the family back in the car. And so we're going to leave it like that. And we're going to see how much range we get out of this thing. So I'm going to start with about 245 miles. And we'll see what happens from there. I'm going to go over my settings for this trip. I will be driving in standard the whole way for the suspension. Nothing else to do there. Got the speed adjusted to go down to lower a little bit to ride in low if I reach 95 miles per hour, which I will not be doing. I'm going to stay in chill mode throughout the duration of this trip. Driving. So for the driving, these will be my settings. I'm going to leave it just like this. So the acceleration will be on chill once again. Let's not worry about traction control. I think it's going to get up into the 70s today. It's 58 degrees Fahrenheit right now on this morning. And we're looking at the steering mode. We're going to leave that in standard. The regenerative braking, we're going to leave that in standard. We don't need the trailer mode. We're not pulling a trailer. Range mode, we're going to leave this on. Range mode, I have mixed feelings about range mode, but I'll get into that later. Anyway, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to leave it on, but, you know, that's all I have to say about range mode for now. And creep, I always leave creep on. So that's it. I mean, that's pretty much how we're going to leave it for this trip. And we'll see how things go. We're going to start out with 250. So we made it. Wasn't that tough. It looks like we've literally lost in the past year a good 30 miles worth of range that would normally be here. So here we are, 14 miles to go, roughly 6% battery life, 5% battery life. Let's see what the projected is saying. It's saying I would get 13 miles, 12 miles if I were on the 5. Over the past 30 miles, it said I would get the 14 if I played my cards right. But we know how that goes, so that's it then. There's your summary. Started out with a rated range of 250 miles, made it 194.8, which basically is 195 if you round it up. And I want to add something really quick about the range on this vehicle with the 90D. If some of you are watching this and you're considering getting a Model X and range is a big concern to you, then I highly recommend that you wait for the next few months. There is a strong rumor that a 130 kilowatt hour battery pack is coming, and if we get a 130, I'm going to be pretty jealous of anyone I see driving that 130, because I already feel a little bit of envy when I see the 100s. But I gotta say, if you've been waiting, wait a little bit longer, because this type of range to me it's really not enough. I mean, even it's amazing what a difference 50 miles would make. If I were getting 250, if I were getting 300 real world, then I wouldn't be whining or complaining about it. But I gotta tell you, this, doing this, like, I've been here, I've been in a lot riskier situations than this, so I've dealt with range anxiety to the bitter end. But for other people who aren't comfortable, this really makes them nervous. So if you care about range and all that, in short, definitely make sure that you hang in there and wait for that new battery pack to come out.